like sporadic because we could chop it up.
Yeah.
Do whatever with it. Genesis chapter 45, verse 5 and 8.
Okay.
Ah!
This was the story of Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers. And after spending some time in prison, literally for no reason, he ended up becoming the right hand to Pharaoh, and it's probably one of my favorite stories in the Bible. So I'm very familiar with the passage and the story. So at this point of the story, he's he's gotten out of prison. He's God gave him a dream, or God gave Pharaoh a dream that no one could interpret. So they found Joseph, or remembered Joseph in prison. He was able to tell him about this famine that God was about to place on Egypt, and it would be 7 years of famine and then 7 years of harvest.
Okay.
So they're basically coming to this. So they're in their second year of famine. Pharaoh's brothers, his dad sent him to Egypt because they knew 7 years of harvest came first. So they prepared and prepared and prepared because they knew this was going to happen. So now they're in a famine. So they go to Egypt. They don't recognize their brother because it's been 15 years or so since they've seen him. But and you would think that someone who was sold into slavery at 15 got to the house of Pharaoh, got lied on, put in prison, and now here we are. You would think someone like that would be upset and hurt and angry and all of these things, right? But he was actually like excited to see his brothers because God fulfilled his purpose for what he did to them. And we always say what the devil made for good, what the devil made for bad, God turned into good. So, but that was always God's plan anyway. It just unfortunately had to go the way that it did. So I'm very familiar with the story, and it speaks to me on different levels because, I can kind of relate to him. Not necessarily with like family, but, there's people out there that's lied on you. There's people out there that has hurt you. There's people out there who done all kind of things to bring you back to that place of where you were, but now you progressed and you're fulfilling the purpose of what God has in your life now. Why worry about the things that we can't worry about and control?
God is in this story. God is in the deep.